What's up, guys? Just want to make this quick pre video pre advertisement show. Like always, Smart Soap is our sponsor today, and you can see their ad here. Thank you, Smart Soap, for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated to you guys. As always, links in the description box down below. Please check them out. They do support the show, but don't worry, no added cost to you guys. They are a soap company. Shocker. And they basically help guys like me who are both martial artists and lifters to basically keep clean. Obviously, if you're a martial artist, you don't know who has what. You're sweating everywhere. Same thing with lifting too. You don't know which sweaty person touched what, and yeah, it keeps you safe. It keeps you clean, and it keeps you safe from ringworm and other stuff that could actually be, number one, contagious. Number two, be very harmful for you and other people. So just stay safe. And like I said, it's a great soap company. I actually personally use this, so I can actually tell from experience that, hey, this is something that you should definitely check out. But as always, thank you for listening, and here is your podcast. What's up, guys? Come back with another video on this channel. It's episode 21. Believe it or not, 21. We made 21 episodes, including this one. Didn't think we would make it this far, but yeah, we did. But as always, I am the Rhino.
I am the Bat. So today's episode is traveling destinations, or best places we like.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I'm
leaving Portugal and USA out of the picture for me.
For me, I'm doing India and the US, since we're both live in the United States, and Bat here is a Portuguese descent. I'm of Indian descent, believe it or not. So yeah, we're gonna leave our home countries out of this and give our opinions on everything else in the world that we've been to.
That's right. So, do you want to start, or should I start this?
You should start this one.
All right. It's a lot. I've been to a lot of good countries, but the countries I will say that everybody should visit should be Croatia. It's a gorgeous country. Game of Thrones was filmed there. They have a good football, soccer team, whatever you want to call it. They have pretty women too. And
how did I know you were gonna say that?
Because I've been there. They're absolutely amazing over there.
Right.
But they got some good places to go. Like they got like a very good national park. I forgot what it's called. I'm actually gonna look it up right here.
Nice.
Let me see. Let's see. They got like a very nice parks. See, or you can even use it on your phone. Or
nice.
Just look at that, dude. It's like
beautiful.
Earth.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
I suggest you to do that in the big screen too. Just I'll just send you these things.
Right.
So yeah, I'll say Croatia has been top there. I've been there, and it's amazing country, amazing. Everything's amazing. The food's amazing, and there's some cities in there I would like to I don't even know how to pronounce it, but it starts with the D. I don't even know how to pronounce it. So
yeah, once you get into the Eastern Europe languages like Croatian and all that stuff, that's you see a V right next to a Y right next to a Z, and it makes a fucking D, like an A sound or something like that.
Yeah, Dubrovnik. I think that's how it's pronounced. Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik. I think that's
Right.
how you said it. I don't know if it's right.
I'm not gonna even try that.
Yeah, that's where Game of Thrones was filmed.
Right.
And it's a good country. And another good country I would suggest people to visit. I'm probably going to put this one out of Europe. Um, Peru in South America. Peru in South America is
Nice.
a nice country to visit. I've been to Machu Picchu, which is kind of the high altitude,
Right.
and it's very nice. Has a very rich history. It's like one of the seven wonders of the world,
Yeah, something like that.
and it's like it's a nice country, and they don't really have a good soccer team, but they've been improving, I believe, which I've been hearing.
Right.
And they do have some good food. They got ceviche, which is kind of, I think that's how it's pronounced, and it's kind of like
The beach is
seafood.
good. Just saying.
It's like seafood, and just like seafood, and then some like I don't know what to put it in it, but they mix it up. It's raw. It's kind of like sushi or something, but it's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the next country on my list for people to visit, Peru.
Nice.
And for my third country, I want to talk about. I always get this the hard one because like I've been to so many countries that I love. I'm probably gonna go to Mexico on this one. Mexico.
Yeah, I've actually been to. This is the first one on your list that I've actually been to myself, and I went to Mexico many years ago, like many years ago once, and like let me tell you how long ago it was. I'm 28 right now. Just turned 28 a few months ago. I The only time I went to Mexico was when I was in the sixth grade. That was it for like a week.
I've been to. Oh my God, I have crazy stories about Mexico from spring
Of
break.
course you would. Of course you would.
From spring breaks. But I'll
Of
leave that
course.
to another episode because this is about traveling.
Right.
So I've been to Cancun. I've been to Puerto Vallarta. I've been to Cabo San Lucas. I've been to Mexico City,
Right.
and there's very nice cities I've been to. Like Cancun, if you want to go to like paradise, Cancun will be it. The water's like bright blue. You can swim
Right.
there, and Mexico City, if you just want to check around how businesses are working down in Mexico.
Right.
And then you got what else you got? They're very crazy for soccer too over there. So, and another thing about Mexico that I like is their food. I've been, since Tuesday is going to be my Taco Tuesday, so I'm gonna eat a lot of tacos out there, and they have good food. So that, like the city I have been in,
Hey,
I haven't been to other cities.
you cut off on my end.
The what?
You cut off on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, last thing I heard was Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, Taco Tuesday was pretty good. I'm pretty sure you want some tacos,
Yeah. My question is, where are you going with the pandemic and everything?
huh? For tacos?
Yeah.
There's one in Road City called El Griens. I don't even know how to pronounce it right. El
Right.
Griens, something like that. It's on Woodside Road. Very, very nice restaurant. They have everything that you need. I always get the fried fish there too, because I love seafood. Portuguese, we eat seafood, and so they make the fried fish pretty good, and they also make tacos pretty good. They make burritos pretty good, and yeah, Mexico is on my next on the list. I still need to travel more in Mexico, so if you and I want to go to Mexico, we should
I'm
go.
coming with you. I don't care. I'm coming with you.
And then so that's three countries I said.
Yes.
I'm gonna pause it there. Now it's your turn.
All right, my top 3 countries that I've been to in my life. Woo-wee. India. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. um, but my first top number one choice, hands down, is a country called Mauritius. It's 3 hours east, or 3-ish hours east of Madagascar. Its own country, its own everything. Bruh, I'm planning to
Yeah.
have my honeymoon there. Like, I love that place. It's an island nation where it's like really you get to relax and cool. Like, and it's actually believe it or not, it's actually one of 3 countries in the world. Just 3 countries in the world that is a Hindu majority.
Mm-hmm.
So India is one, and the last one is Nepal. So it's pretty interesting to see like an African country being a Hindu majority that has a lot of Indians, like people from India, Muslims, and like every other religion you can think of living in harmony and like being cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's hands down. I'm planning to buy a place there, do my thing.
Can you look it up on your phone, like on where this country is at,
Actually,
or share the screen?
let me show you the screen. There we go. Can you see my screen?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard about this country. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's Mauritius right here,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you zoom all the way out, there's the French island Reunion.
Manzabaque. That's a Portuguese territory.
Yeah. And then here's Madagascar. So it's a good just ways from Mauritius, and let me pull up some pictures here. Images.
Speaking about Madagascar, I like to move it. Move it. We should go over there.
Yeah. Like for example, like that.
Whoa, that's an interesting thing. That's like a flying little island, huh?
Rock Island. But yeah. So like, this is actually one of the cities there. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can see
that
it.
looks pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
like I
know,
said.
a lot of people are not going to hear about this country whatsoever because
Exactly.
Americans,
Exactly.
like when it comes to us, they don't know they don't know geography pretty well.
Yeah. Like. Boy. But sorry. But yeah, like I said,
So
I'm
you've been to this country, so
yeah, I went to this country. I want to say December,
December
November, December, somewhere in that ballpark of
of last year,
2017.
2017. Oh, so the
Yeah,
year we met.
yeah, it's about 3 years ago.
Yeah. What's your second country in your mind?
Second favorite country in the world I've been to would be, believe it or not, it would be Morocco.
Morocco.
Yeah,
Where you
where
just were, where you just were last December.
yeah, I was literally there last December.
Yeah.
Um, my God, I went to my parents. So I went with my parents because I'm too cheap to pay for tickets. Yes, yes. I know everyone's thinking it. We are cheap. Some of us are cheaper than others, but yes. As a,
It doesn't give a who gives a damn what other thinks about
yes,
us, man. You just do your thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Woo. But anyways, my parents and I flew into Casablanca. We
Yeah.
went and then we immediately from Casablanca we drove to Marrakesh. That was like the first official city we went to. Holy crap, that's beautiful, man, bruh. There's
I
so
know. I know a lot about the Madagascar. I don't know. Morocco. Morocco.
right.
I know a lot about the country because there's they're north. I mean, they're south of Portugal too,
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
country is pretty big,
Yeah,
and that was a pretty big history because
huge history. Like
huge
for those of
history.
you, that's literally what I was about to lead into. Thank you for leading me further. But
Yeah.
for those of us like me who those of you who like me who love history, love learning as much as you can about history and everything. For those of you who don't know, the Berbers basically were born or were made famous here, I guess, lack of a better word. They're basically a nomadic tribe in northern Africa, traveled everywhere nomadically and everything like that. Um, and like, when, like, and then when Spain and Portugal back when there were kingdoms and stuff like that in Spain and Portugal, the Berbers basically controlled the southern half of like the Spain and the peninsula that is Spain and Portugal.
Iberian Peninsula, yeah.
Yeah, the Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
That's why if you go to like some places in Spain and Portugal, you see, lack of a better word, Arabic or African influence there, like African architecture. You see like so many things. Like, I guess like a close similarity to that would be like New Orleans, because like you can see like French architecture, English, and Spanish, and like American architectures are all mixed up into one city. That's like kind of similar, but not really.
Yeah, I could get there. I'm pretty sure that, since United States doesn't really have an official language,
Right.
every language here is spoken. So I'm pretty sure since we're the most diverse country in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're gonna have every language here, and probably in the future there's gonna be a lot more languages like being
Oh
spoken.
yeah, of course.
So
Of course. And then going back to the Berber, to not the Berbers, but the Morocco. Excuse me. If you like, have you ever seen the movie Gladiator with Russell Crowe back?
You have no idea how many times I saw that movie when I was a lot
Same here.
younger.
Same here. That's like my number one movie of all time.
For
But
me,
anyways,
that's like top 5 or top 10 for me. For me, The
Yeah.
Dark Knight's the number one movie.
but the reason I bring up Gladiator is because that was actually filmed in Morocco.
Yeah. A lot of
Like-
people thought it was filmed in Rome.
No.
But it's in Morocco.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting. Like, I would like if you're like definitely like a history person,
Mhm.
I definitely suggest going to Morocco. Then from Marrakesh, we went to a bunch of other cities, including Casablanca, Rabat, Tangier. Tangier was fun, and everything, and a few other cities that don't come to memory. But if for those of you who like surfing or very interested in surfing,
I like surfing.
yeah,
I like surfing. I got wrecked by a wave the last time I surfed.
yeah, same here. The reason I bring up surfing is because Essaouira is one of the cities I went to. That place, no joke, is basically like
Oh,
surfing gods.
there's a little fight over there
Woo-wee.
between those two teams.
Yeah,
It's a California Classico. We're playing Galaxy right now.
yeah. San Jose Earthquakes versus the LA Galaxy.
It's 1-1.
No idea. Yeah, but anyways, like there's a city in Morocco called Essaouira, which is basically it's kind of like the mecca of surfing for us. It's like surfing with the gods. It's like
Yeah.
high level kind of thing. It's one of the what is those historical sites? Like kind of like the surfing historical sites for like but yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful city. I'm gonna put like we found my mom found a place that service that actually helps with people who want to go to Morocco or want to visit Morocco. I'm gonna link that in the description box down below on YouTube. Let me actually find my own videos. And if you, by the way, if you want to see my trip to Morocco, I'm gonna put that playlist again in the description box down below so that you guys can check it out. For those of you listening on wherever you end up listening to on Anchor, I would suggest going to YouTube and typing in what's it called, Rhino and the Bad Podcast, and checking that playlist out. That way you can see where I went and everything else like that. But let's move on to number 3 for me.
Mm-hmm.
3. Oh, here it is. The place that I found that what basically my parents use is called the Colors of Morocco. I'm gonna put that link in the description box down below along with my playlist. Oh yeah. Number three. Whew. Sorry, I realized how much I was talking just now. Um, Number three will be Dubai.
United Arab Emirates. Dubai's
Yeah,
the city.
yeah. In the UAE, otherwise known as the United Arab Emirates. Dubai was fun.
I've
I
been to
mean,
Dubai actually in 2016.
I was there earlier this year, so
It's a nice place to go to. It's just that it just makes you realize that a country or a city I meant so popular to tourists that a lot of people go there, but there's a downside to it too that we don't
yeah,
see much.
yeah, that's true.
Every country in the world has a downside,
Yeah,
so no country's gonna be perfect. But yeah,
exactly.
Dubai got everything. So you don't want to go speeding over there because police got Lambos, Bugattis, Ferraris. They got those guys because those a lot of people have those cars over there and they speed it up.
Exactly. So, man, I was only there for like a day, and it was really fun.
Hmm.
But overall, I definitely recommend checking that place out at least once in your life. Again, I went there after on my way out of or after Morocco. So, again, I'm gonna be putting that playlist in the description box down below here.
Hmm.
But yeah, um, but yeah, let me go to since I'm done with my three. I'm gonna actually continue on and to my four and five before passing it back to you. Okay.
4 and 5. Yeah. Okay.
My fourth favorite country is actually, believe it or not, it's Portugal. Hey, you said you're not including it, but I am.
All right. You can say what you want.
I mean, I was in Lisbon, Spain. No, I'm sorry, Lisbon, Portugal.
Hey, watch out with the Spain word, bro.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, are you saying Portugal because you have one of your best brothers from there, or just because you try?
Mainly because I traveled there.
Yeah, we have pretty good rich history come when it comes to like history and we got one of the best players of football or soccer in the world, Ronaldo, and
Who was that again? Is he Messi? I'm sorry, I have to. I'm
uh,
sorry.
uh,
I can hear
where's
like,
Messi's international title? That's all that matters.
oh man, I'm sorry. I had to say that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Ronaldo hangs out with the goats from other sports. Messi barely hangs out with the other goats from other sports.
Yeah.
He
I
did
mean,
take one picture. He did take, I believe, like since Ronaldo takes pictures with Khabib, McGregor, Mayweather, some NFL dude,
right.
and Messi took a picture with LeBron James. But like, tall LeBron James is freaking tall.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
LeBron James is what 8'3" or something like that. Like all of them.
no, he's like 7 something.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
And then let me wrap up my top five, with number five being Ireland.
all right, because of Connor.
No, no. I mean,
Ireland does have a good places to go.
I went to Dublin a few years ago. This is like before I started YouTube, like 4 years ago. This is like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, kind of thing. And
Mhm.
bruh, I will if if I get a job in Ireland in Dublin or like specifically in Dublin or anywhere in Ireland, I will fly there. I will I will leave everything and just go. It's like mainly because for me, it's like I like drinking. We here we here at
I've never seen you drink much.
mainly because I have work.
Hey, man, because I have work.
Unlike some people who sit on their butts all day.
Eh, me and my butts all day. I haven't even been in the house that much. I'm never in the house in the weekends except since COVID happened. Can't really go out to the bars. They're all
Right.
closed.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but I know you've been sitting your ass in the butts all day, or even being in the couch, doing some little things you're not allowed
I
to
don't know
speak
what you're
on.
talking about. I was out all day.
All
But yeah, like,
right. So for my other two countries left, um, my other two countries left. I actually put this back different depending on the move. The next country I'm going to add in this list, Italy.
I actually went to Italy about 11 years ago.
Italia.
Yeah.
They always speak like this.
Actually, believe it or not, but that this hand gesture here means
Yeah.
fuck you in Italian.
Yeah, no. It can mean other things too,
I mean,
but
like, one of the meanings is fuck you.
yeah. Or another thing that's even more insulting.
Yeah.
So in Italy, they got some nice cities. I was in Rome, I was in Milan, and if you want to go to like for a city that's for history, Rome will be it. If you want to go for city like for fashion or entertainment or all that stuff, Milan will be it. And they got some other good cities, like Naples,
Oh, yeah,
and they
Naples is
got
fun.
and they got another city, I believe, Florence, which
Mm-hmm.
is pretty famous. It's kind of like you go there in a boat, like waterways, and
Yeah, I
and
mean, like,
they got nice pizzas there too, which is the country of origin.
so for those of you who like pizza, you have to go to Italy just for the pizza. Forget everything else, bro. You think American like there's a debate
American
between
style pizza.
yeah, there's a debate between what's better, New York style pizza, Chicago style pizza, LA style pizza. Like like every major city has their own style of pizza, but all that you can kill that noise with like the Italian pizza. It's so much better. So much everything's better over there.
Yeah, like since you mentioned those two cities, Chicago and New York City, those two cities have the most Italians, I believe, than any other city in the country.
Yeah.
Like, I do know we have some here, of course, like in California, but they're not going to be like a big
I
majority of
mean,
Italians, like
I'm
New
not.
York
I'm not
City
going to
and
speak.
Chicago.
Yeah, I'm not going to speak how. I'm not going to speak for how like Chicago got like a lot of Italians, but
Yeah.
the reason I know that New York has a lot of Italians is because a lot of Italians went through have to go through or at least had to go through um fucking Ellis Island back when that was open.
Hmm.
And obviously and then they would be able to enter New York. Well, after that, it's kind of like I don't know how. Maybe they spread over like years and years. We go to Chicago or
Hmm.
insert X this city, insert that city. But yeah,
Yeah. So Italy got nice. They got a nice league, and they got a nice. They got pretty much nice everything. Nice cars, Lamborghinis, Ferraris.
yeah, and also for those of us who played Assassin's Creed, like me, um, what was it? Basically,
Three games.
Assassin, Assassin's Creed Two, Brotherhood were made in Italy or made for the locations were Italy. So that's always a fun one. And then to a lesser extent, you have Assassin's Creed Revelations, which more Masayaf, but in Istanbul. But either way, it's a great city.
Yeah. Speaking about, I think that's going to be a country I want to visit too. What you just said, Turkey.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see what other country I would love. that I've been to. Oof, I have a hard one on this one. The last one's always, well, for now, the last one's always the hardest.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go out there and say this one. Germany. Germany has a nice little, like, there's a town in Munich where you can have a little Oktoberfest.
Woohoo! Oktoberfest.
It's that month. We should fly out to Germany next year once Americans
I've
are
actually
ready to
been to
go.
Germany, so.
Like, Germany got nice places to go to. I just don't know how to pronounce their names as well. But they got Munich, they got Berlin. All those cities in there have history with like world wars, and Germany has like technically that. They got good cars too. They got the Audi, the BMW, and the Mercedes Benz, and it's a nice country to visit. They got a good soccer team. They got good beer, and
Yeah. So just for record, we here at the Rhino and the Bad podcast do not condone or support underage drinking. So just know your limits when you're an adult. Don't be stupid. Don't drive and drink and drive. So yeah.
yeah, I learned mine the hard way actually. Because for Europe's drinking age is 16.
I think the United States is the only country in the world where drinking age is 21.
No, I think some countries have 21 too. Maybe some European countries are 21, I believe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna do more research on that.
Right.
And but Germany just got nice everything.
Yeah.
They're expensive, but nice everything, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I think we should leave it out. We should put a part 2 on this. I believe there's more countries I want to add in.
Same here.
And we can talk about countries we have been and talk about countries we want to go.
So want to do part 1 now, or you want to save that for later?
We can save that for later. I'm hungry.
All right, I guess we'll end it here.
I guess we could end it here, to be continued.
So this is gonna be part 1 of our travel episodes.
Series. We can say series. Not go long.
Yeah. But yeah, as always, thank you Sparso for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated, you guys. I'm gonna link to my playlist on my own YouTube channels about the Morocco trip, which also includes India and Dubai. Morocco, in Dubai, then India, but same difference.
Not Arab Emirates.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I'm also gonna put Colors of Morocco in case you guys want to check it out. It's by my good friend Mohammed over there, and for those of you who are listening to us on whatever platform, it is colorsofmorocco.com. So you guys can go ahead and check them out over there. It's really good. I highly recommend checking them out. But as always, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks for watching. Remember to share with everybody. As always, have a good one. See you in the next video. Peace.